Right, all right. Okay, here I go. Shalom, shalom, and shalom. I, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. You know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this devil platform. And I will say this is a lovely, lovely evening in which the Most High, Ahia has made. And I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. I'm coming with a message regarding what I spoke of yesterday of what took place before the foundation of the world. And this is going to bless someone out there, uh, truly a blessing to someone out there. And I want to say that I really want to say that I give Yah all glory and all honor that's due him. Boy, 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 boy. I wish I could really say enough to really reveal who he is and all that he is. But you know what? We as flesh and blood don't even have enough words to describe the type of creator we have. I realize that. We don't have even the words, nor the mindset to even know what it's like to give him all glory and all praise and all honor to the utmost. Because there would be no end. There would be no end. And it would be worth it. But we got such a lazy flesh to where we really don't know how we have limited our own blessings because we are caught up from the flow up with self and don't understand that nothing was created for self. Everything was created to honor and praise and glorify and worship him. Isn't that beautiful? Just imagine the sun and the ocean, the stars and the heavens and the fowls and the grass. Everything was created to honor him, the creator of it all. And here we are today, can't even give him praise for it all. So Sister Deborah is coming. I didn't know, first of all, I had a live chat. I thought I had hit the button, but it looks as if I'm videoing on my phone, and somewhere along the line, I knew I hit the button, but it seems as if I could still see some in the live chat, but I really hit the button to not have the live chat up during this time. But it's okay. It's okay. So, shalom out there. Shalom and shalom. So what I'm saying is, the Father created everything for his purpose, the purpose that rests in his will. And the thing about us as flesh and blood, we still have not given him honor and glory and praise for even giving us an image like unto himself. That's something to be thankful for. An image like unto thyself, Father. Thank you so much. We have not even thought how or why haven't we given him honor and glory and praise for the breath in which he has blown into us to give us life. This shows, Sister Deborah, how we as a people are so distant from the Creator himself. Because the things in which we should recognize that we have not done, and we have not given him glory and honor and praise for these things. These are things that should rumble off your mouth every day, 2 or 3 times a day. Why, Deborah? Because you still have his breath still in you. You wake up in the morning with his breath of life still in you. That's his. You wake up in the morning still being able to have on the earth his image. His image, that's worth giving him the glory and the honor and the praise. You know, I'm going to tell y'all why I'm talking. I thought about something else. And he keeps saying it. Deborah, what about my grace and my mercy? Father, yeah, you're doing it to me too much. You're doing it to me too much. Because it brings sadness to my spirit. That even that grace and mercy that stands high and low and just pour out all this grace and mercy. And that's why the world's still where it's at. Everything's still balanced. Sun still come out. The sky is still high. The earth is still low. The ground. The fowls are still in the air. The fishes are still in the sea. This is what you call grace and mercy. It is nothing we have said, done, or can do outside of praising and honoring and being thankful to the Creator himself for allowing us to still be in the midst of his awesome creation. We're not entitled to that, you guys. If we say we are, we still are yet liars. It's nothing on this earth that we're entitled to but a tail whooping. I will say that. And a couple of those. That's about it. We're not entitled to his breath. We're not entitled to his image. We're not entitled to his grace and his mercy. And how did grace and mercy get here? Through give and gave. I'm saying to you all, I'm about to give you a little taste of what took place, the mystery in what took place before the foundation of the world. I'm not going to go into heavy detail because he already spoke to me before I decided to bring this message forth. He already spoke to me. Keep in mind, it's okay. It's okay. See, I want to say something to you all because it's my legs are tingling because I want to say this. People really don't know what it's like to be comforted by the Most High or higher. They don't know. And they can't even tell you. No, they got their own flesh understanding in it and their fleshly will and their fleshy feelings and their fleshly emotions. But the truth of the matter, do you know what it's like to be comforted by the Comforter? Do you know what it's like to be comforted by the Comforter? They don't know. And they don't care to know. Because they think this race is about how they run and how they're going to make it to the finish line. But what Sister Deborah finna say, there's a mystery that took place before the foundation of the world. And you know what? I never, ever considered it to be a mystery. Until the Father spoke to me today. See, he said, Deborah, I said that I've given the mystery to my prophets and my servants. What did I tell the disciples, Deborah? It is, you are given, told the 12 disciples, you are given the mystery to the keys to the kingdom of heaven. That's again, the mystery. But to them, those thousands over there, they ain't got nothing. People still don't get that. Same then as it is today. Okay? He changed not. in the things in which you see that has taken place, that he didn't walk in and he didn't walk out. He didn't walk up and he didn't walk down in it. Those things are going to repeat, continue, like unto yesterday. So I want to really get into this because I don't want to make this a long message. But it is about, because I know already within my spirit that it's really too potent for anybody. Because people don't know even their left and their right. They don't know light from dark. They don't know up from down. So to give someone something that took place before the foundation of the world, you're trying to offer someone the keys, or a key that Yah has given you. Can they open up the door, Deborah, with that key I've given you? I know, Father, they can. Heaven, because you're going to give them a key. One, a key. You think that they're going to really be able to take that key and go to the door and open the mystery of the kingdom of heaven? It's not so, Father. Cannot be done. But Father, if it was so, let not the very elect be fooled. Let the very elect hear the voice of Sister Deborah, that they too might not be fooled and might understand the mystery that took place before the foundation of the world. Now, I want to say this. I'm going to be speaking on this, and at the same time I'm speaking to you on this, the Father is also speaking to me. And I'm really not fully getting what he's trying to say. It's almost like, is it for me to press on with it or to pull back? But I don't see anything said red light. So I'm going to press forward and just give not the keys or the key, but just give a word of encouragement to those that he say, if it was so, it will fool the very elect. Now, the elect already know what I'm about to say. They don't know what I'm about to say, but they will be able to come in alignment in what I'm saying. So what took place before the foundation of the world, I was taught that as a teenager, when I was in high school. The Father was dealing with me. And before he started teaching me the scriptures out of the book, okay, the instructions and directions out of this book, before he started teaching me with the book in mind, he taught me what took place before the foundation of the world. I want you all to understand, I was an individual then as I am today. I was one that always said, but why this? But did. But I see something here. I see something there. Oh, why this? And this. I was one that always asked questions. I can't explain to you why my questions was worth the most higher being my teacher in a way that has been awesome throughout my life. It never could be because of my works and my desire to know, ask questions and want to know this and want to know that. I think it was what took place. It was connected to what took place before the foundation of the world. Still today, people still today will never be able to comprehend why Yeshua was given the multitude of thousands parables and giving the word to the 12. And then tell the 12, to you 12 is given the keys, the mystery of the keys to the kingdom. They were given the mystery. That's why Paul ended up with the keys. But people don't believe that. And they don't need to believe it. It's over. It's finished. It ain't about whether you believe or you agree or you on one accord. It doesn't matter, you guys. Them days are over. Okay, those are dark days. If you're either standing in the light or you're standing in the darkness, which side are you on? But it doesn't matter. Yah knows who's who and what's what. So what has happened, and I want to explain. In Revelations, the reason why he had the angels to mark his is so the earth better stand down. He told the angels in Revelation, he didn't tell the angels. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He sent an angel to go tell the 4 angels that were sent down to go and that was supposed to bring a disaster with the trees and the sea and the grass and the land. Those 4 angels, he said, told the angel, go tell them, don't touch the earth and the things thereof until mines are marked. What was that about? It's to mark them. For the earth got to know what is mine. He already know who he is. They marked in the spirit. He wanted the angels to mark his in the forehead. Why? So the earth can know. You better stand down when you see that mark. That means no disaster, no wind, no tornado, no earthquake, no nothing. It's going to come upon those that the angels have marked in the forehead. See, a lot of people don't understand that even to today. But let's go back to what took place before the foundation of the world, which is the mystery. And the reason why I'm calling it a mystery is because I'm only talking to those who receive the mystery of the word of the kingdom of heaven. Not to those who role play, but to he that have received the mystery of the word of Yah. Now, what he was teaching me as I was a teenager, I can never tell anyone that it had to do with me as a person. Anything on the flesh, nah, it didn't have nothing to do with that. It didn't have nothing to do with that. It didn't have nothing to do with me thirsting in the flesh. It was me thirsting in the spirit. It wasn't the flesh. The flesh ain't nothing. So what he did, he abided in me. And he taught me from the inside out. And he began to tell me, and as he was telling me, I was still asking questions. I sure was. I was asking questions. Even then. So he began to tell me that this whole overall that had taken place in the kingdom of heaven caused him to bring what you see, the earth, as it is today. He brought the earth because he reside in the heaven. And what had taken place could not reside in the place of his presence. So he wanted to bring it to the earth. And the way that he had done it is so awesome. Even sometimes I think about, wow, that was deep. That was nothing on the face of the earth could even think as closest to his thoughts, nor his ways. Because I look at it and I said, well, okay, something took place up there, but you began to master this. How you gonna do this? It was all about separating, okay, the heavens from that which had tainted the heaven where he resided. They could not reside in the same heavens, okay, where the Father throne is at. So he created a plan, and all the plan went from, let's say, A to Z. A to Z, not A to B, but A to Z as in zebra. A as in apple, all the way to Z as in zebra. Not A as in apple to B as in boy, but A to Z. Trying to get you to see how he nailed it. as I A to Z, he nailed it to what you call the beginning to the end. And he called it not A to Z, he called it the beginning to the end. The world wants to call it Alpha and Omega. But the truth be told, it is the beginning to the end. When did he do that? When he did this in the heavens of his own spiritual mind. That's what he did. He did everything you see now was a part of his orchestration, of orchestrating all things that you see now. Heavens had already put A to Z in place. So when you hear Sister Deborah telling you that he said, and I started about 2 years ago when he said it is finished. When you think of the beginning, when he created everything, and then he said on the seventh day is to rest, but on the sixth day and on the seventh day, all things were finished, and he said it is finished. Wait a minute now. I heard Yeshua say, when his position took place, his purpose took place, and he was at his last minutes of life, it is finished. Okay? It is finished. So you got to understand, what is this word? It is finished in the heavens. Who is this prophetess that tells us it's finished? It's finished. It don't matter no more. It's finished. Who is she? One that's in the wilderness, taught from the school of the most highest wilderness, that have taught me that it is finished. Why? Because it connects me to what was the beginning. He's saying, Deborah, it's done. We're in the beginning to the end. It is finished. Okay? So therefore, it was finished before it began in Genesis 1:1. It was already finished. When he say finish, you have to be able to step out of the natural over to the spirit and understand finish in spirit and in truth. You cannot take the word of the Most Higher, okay, which is the word, not words. This book carry words with the S. Y'all carry word as in one. That's to show you the power of who he is wrapped all into one. And no man can pluck not one of those words out of his hand. But they can mess with this. You get the difference? Okay. So, there was a, let me count, I'm trying to not give you all of it, but there was something that took place in heaven, okay, that triggered my Father, the Creator, the Most High, Yah himself, Yahuwah, decided to create an earth where he can take out the tainted ones from the heavens where he resides. Okay? So I have to take it out. I can't just take it out and leave only those that I take out. I have to add some of mine with some of the ones I took out. See, mine came branded with righteous faith, belief, and fear. The others that was taken out came supporting Satan from the heavens down to the earth, 100%. Knowing that they have only one mission. One mission. When did they get that one mission, Deborah? They got that one mission. It was assigned to them from heaven. What is that one mission, Deborah? Let me tell you what it is. It's to burn in the lake of fire. This is why Satan was so cunning. He wants me to also, Yah wants me to also say to you all, he's so cunning to where he already got his flight ticket. He got his ticket in the heaven. His ticket was given to him from the heavens level. He was already predestined, ordained, foreknew before the foundation of the world. He was handed his one-way ticket to his only mission. His only mission was to what? Burn in the lake of fire. That's his only mission. And the thing about this, Satan has respect for that. That's what's strange to me. He has respect for the fact that he was handed a ticket, a one-way ticket to the lake of fire for eternity. He don't have no problem with that. He knows he's going there. He don't have no problem with that. He knows already his eternal destiny. And he don't have no problem with it. Now, those that had a spiritual mind, listen to what I'm saying. Stay with me, stay with me. They had a spiritual mind and a spiritual heart to desire in the spirit the ways of Satan. The ways of Satan. There had to have been something about Satan as an angel that causes so many, I think it was like a third to desire to detach to him. But guess what, y'all? They got their tickets the same time he did. They got the same ticket and they didn't care. So, with that being said, a lot of people don't understand. Satan and angels don't rule nothing. When we sit and we talk about fallen angels, the giants, we put too much power in storytelling. We put too much power in the minds of men and women to teach us. They're teaching you out of the flesh the only thing the flesh can understand and comprehend is that which is in the flesh. They cannot come over to the spiritual realm and understand the mission of Yah. Because if they could, they would know already. This thing didn't start on the earth. This thing started in the heaven. So what happened? The Father, when he taught me, it was like all this stuff that people be talking about and all this stuff that they say kicked out, the angels kicked out of heaven and all this and all. Let me tell y'all something. When you get into what is spirit and truth and how you get there, Yah take you there. And that's where he dropped you off. That's where you get dropped off. Okay? But his thoughts are not our thoughts. So if he has his thoughts and he move you into a little, just a pin needle of his thoughts, then what thoughts do you have to come out of? Your own. And out of those who think they know. So you have to rest in wanting to lay your head on the bosom of he that has thoughts that's not man thoughts. He on his bosom that has ways that's not man way. Who wouldn't want to lay their head on the bosom of a creator that has his own thoughts and his own ways? Living witness. So therefore, as he was teaching me that he created the earth for the angels in which he was dispersing here on the earth. Why? They couldn't stay where he was at. They had already, how would I say it, dishonor him in his own kingdom. So he said, Deborah, what I did is I wrote me a plan. And in that plan, it's like unto a book. He said, Deborah, a book has a beginning of the story. And it must have a middle part, which is like the center of the story. And then in it has to have an end. But when I was finished, Deborah, I closed it up. And I said, it is finished. But the book is not in the natural. The book is in the spirit. Why? Because in John, the Gospel of John, chapter 1 and verse 1, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with Yah, and the Word was, is Yah. And the Word was with Yah in the beginning. So the Word in which we think it is here, and this is what caused right now murdering, killing, adultery, fornication, lust, all kind of wicked, because they take this book and destroy the mind of people so they won't be able to know things in the spirit realm. See, they didn't know. This is what Satan didn't know. Satan thought that he could use this book and let the Catholics kind of smear in it. And, I can use this book. This book got, how many denominations do I have under this book? He asked his angels. How many denominations do we have under this book? I got how many? Oh, you got about 1 million? I'm just exaggerating, but he got a lot under this same one book. You see what I'm saying? So what he didn't know is, he didn't know that this book was not going to be used as Yah's word. See, he thought about Yeshua. Oh, we got him now. When he hung on the cross, not knowing that it was to wipe away him. Was to snatch the keys from hell where he's going. You see, it destroyed him thinking that everybody was going where he was going. See, that's what he thought. See, a lot of people don't know the power of why Yeshua came. They bent up and they bent down because they don't know. So here it is in the beginning. He created the beginning to the end and everything in between. And when he was done, he decided he's going to now speak what is in him and bring it forth. Speak it. How is he speaking it? He's speaking the word, which is him. He's speaking it out. So can it come just because he's speaking it? Yes, but it's coming because he's speaking it and his spiritual power is bringing it forth exactly identical to the way he spoke it. Why? Because his spirit of his power is his own mind, his own his own mind, his whole ideals is here, and his power works is his right hand, and it works through this. You see, they are one in this all. So how he did that is, let's go back before he started creating things. He decided, okay, now mine is going in a book, and it's called the Lamb Book of Life. But these here are also in what you call a book called the Lake of Fire, the eternal Lake of Fire. Before heaven and earth was created, all that come down was already sealed to go to the eternal life in the Lamb Book of Life, or the lake of fire. The reason why he did it like that, because he himself, and not even Yeshua, knew who was who and what was what. Not even Yeshua. But Hamashiach knew, which the word called Christ. He knew everything, because he is the power of Yah that came down with Yeshua so that he can complete the mission. So Yeshua didn't know. Yeshua didn't know who's written in the Lamb Book of Life. And he ain't ashamed to tell nobody either. Through all of his walk, he kept telling you, wait a minute, hold up. Don't come with me with that. Only one know that is my Father. My Father this, my Father that. That's how we were supposed to mimic him. But we get down here, and what do? We mimic the ways of Satan and his demons. We came down, Sister Deborah and everybody else came down, starting with Adam and Eve, but starting with Adam, because y'all said don't go putting Eve, put the one I told when I created. It was given to one. Him and her wasn't two yet when I gave that, Deborah. Tell them like it is. It was given to one, not two. They were only to be joined together. But she wasn't here. So she was never his wife. One did he give it to. That's why it took another man as one to die to take on the sin that one man committed. I know they done changed it. They done smeared it and they made everybody think this was the only way that not just black women, but white women have had it hard throughout time being women. That's it. Y'all can say what you want. You can think what you want. Who cares? So get to this before the foundation of the world. He said, okay, Deborah. Now, this thing that was going on here, I want to explain to you that it started here. He said, now you remember when you said, why is it I put Satan down in the garden? Why was he allowed to be in the garden? And then I want to turn around and put Adam down in the garden, knowing Satan down there. What was that for? And why would you do that if you didn't already know that he was going to choose this? I was all in it when I was a young person, y'all. I was all in it just like that. Me and my Father in the heaven. That's how I talk to him. Me and my Father in the heaven. And I'm like, what? I used to ask questions like this. This helped him to spill in me more spirit and truth. He said, I had a plan from the heaven to create an earth. And Satan was put down already. But in the heavens, there were still angels left, Deborah, that still desire the ways of Satan. No, they didn't follow him during the time he was brought down, Deborah. But they still had that spiritual mind and spiritual heart to desire the things that Satan had desired. I said, oh, wow, I'm sorry to hear that. What you do? Well, I decided to create flesh. And in this flesh, every angel that has that feeling for Satan, they're going to enter the earth. They're going to go directly where they have the feeling right now, Deborah, in the heaven. When they get to the earth, they're going to run straight to it. That's how Adam went with Eve. All the trees in the garden, he's going to go to the one that represents Satan because he was predestined. He was already ordained. Now, is Sister Deborah saying that Yah predestined him to go to hell? No, but hell was going to him because he followed Satan, which had a one-way ticket to hell. So you followed him, not when you got on the earth. That was one of the angels. The angels. Eve and Adam, they were angels. When they came down, they already was mission to go where they wanted to go when they were in heaven. They was curious about Satan's ways in the heavens. So they start to entertain and put in their minds and their hearts the ways of Satan. To where Yah said, I tell you what, this is what I did, Deborah. I made flesh and blood. How you like me now? And I blew into their nostrils my breath of life. And I gave them a spirit like I am a spirit. That's my image, is a spirit. So I gave them a spirit like unto me. Who was that spirit? That was that spirit of that angel. The angel has a spirit like unto Yah in the heavens today. They came down in the flesh, in the image like Yah. See, people don't understand when he said you're like his image. He just telling you, you have a spirit like he has a spirit. The angels in heaven had a spirit. They had a spirit like, they had an image of Yah like unto a spirit. So that's what came into the bodies. To walk in flesh. To walk in flesh. Like unto Yeshua. He was an angel made a little lower than the other angels. For the mission of the blood sacrifice. Like unto what? A flesh of a man. Like unto all the angels that comes down. They're in the flesh of a man. But they are angels. Already mission to follow what they wanted to follow in their spiritual mind, in their heart, in the heavens. It's just that Ahia created them a body to follow Satan therein. But Yah said, hold up, Deborah. So all of them getting sent down here because I already know their thoughts and their ways. I'm sending them down so they can join the one that got his one-way ticket to the lake of fire. And they are fully aware that their destiny is where he going, the lake of fire. And with them knowing that, Deborah, guess what? They don't care about killing, stealing, destroying, fire, tormenting, rape, fornication, adultery, polygamy. They don't care about lust. They don't care about killing, robbing. They don't care about none of that. Because they say, we got our ticket already where we are going for eternal. So right now, we're just going to have us some fun. So in the midst of allowing them to come down to join the ace, which was Satan, all of them, he cleared heaven. He cleared it. He cleared it. There are those who were still waiting, okay, that still are hitting the earth, still being born. But guess what? It don't matter. Let me clear that up. Let me clear up something. Let me clear up something. Some people used to ask me, they did, when I was younger. They said, well, Miss Deborah, Miss M-I-S-S, Deborah, well, what do you think about the babies? Are the babies going to be judged? But see, what they don't understand is what Sister Deborah just telling you all. That's the mystery. He knew them before the foundation of the world. He ain't waiting till they get born on the sinful earth to determine where they're going. He knew where they were going from the heavens. So baby or no baby, their destiny is already foreknew by the Father. That's how powerful he is. That's why I say, I don't know what's wrong with these people, Father, that don't want to give you praise, don't want to give you honor, don't want to give you glory. They gone, just like you said. So even babies are already predestined to the eternal life. And just because they didn't come to the earth in sin does not mean that they're going to heaven because they didn't sin on the earth. They're going where the heavens knew who they were before they got here. You get what I'm saying? So heavens ain't waiting for you to be born to tell if you sin or not. He knows what he has released to the heaven, down to the earth. How did he know? When he put Adam and Eve down there, he already know. That's why he stuck the tree of knowledge and good down there amongst the tree of life, because he already knew their pit. He already knew, because he knew them from heaven, just as those that he has branded. So this is what he did. He said, okay, so Deborah, the ones, so that the world won't just be 100 times 100 unrighteous, I'm going to send mine down. I'm going to have to send mine down. And what is he talking about? His angels. He done it all the time. Read your book. You can hear when times where he did things, he sent angels down. Everything he do, he sent angels. So he decided, I'm going to send mine down as well. And when I send mine down, I'm going to brand them. Because they're not going to be able to handle it in the flesh. So I'm going to brand them in the spirit. I'm going to give them, put in them righteous, belief, faith, and fear. But Deborah, when they get down here, Satan have deceived the whole world. So they going to be deceived. I said, wait a minute, hold up. How they going to be deceived with all that you done son them down with? You gave them righteous, belief, faith, and fear. He said, I gave them that in the spirit. Hallelujah. I gave them that, Deborah, in the spirit. But in their flesh, Satan can tempt them. And they can sin. But I branded mine for my name's sake. Praise the Lord. Yeah. Praise somebody, y'all. I branded what is mine. That's why you was talking about, well, why was I letting David kill his chief of his army? Why was I letting David take another man's wife? And why was that was Satan doing. I had branded mine. But Deborah, go back. You'll hear me say, y'all said, I'm going to hold you blamelessly. That's why they don't understand Matthew chapter 1. Read the list. Matthew chapter 1, all the one down. Those are the branded ones. It didn't matter what they did and how they did it. They were branded for his name's sake. Oh, he already know. Sin with Satan, when you come to the earth, Satan came down to deceive the whole world. So if y'all sending his down, are they going to be deceived? Yes. But y'all branded them for his name's sake. That's why he said, if it was so, it will fool my branded ones. But because it's not so, they can't be fooled. And furthermore, mine's going to return. They're going to find that narrow gate. They're going to go into the straight way. Because it leads to life. Because they are branded for my name's sake. That's why they know their way. Minds are sealed from the inside out, not the outside in. So when you want to put these people on pedestals, and they can be Satan workers, and you putting them up here and don't know who they are. Because they ain't giving your Father all his glory, all his honor, and all his praise. They ain't bringing nothing to the plate called repentance. They ain't bringing no spirit and truth to the plate. They ain't bringing no light to the plate. They bringing you a bunch of crap and y'all eating it up like y'all getting a full meal deal. You are from Satan. Mickey D's. You getting it straight from Satan. Now, this is what had taken place. So when you see, and as what Sister Deborah is saying, you're going to start to, when you read, you're going to start to put those pieces together out of nowhere. You're going to say, I lived all these years. I never would have thought of it like that. But here it is right here. You mean it been saying that all the time? You mean, yes, it been saying it all the time. But he said the mystery is given unto his prophets, the servants of the Most High. It's not given to the multitude. So those that's on this devil platform thinking this old, but see, they not even thinking it. They playing Satan's same role. I got to deceive as many as I can because I want to beat Satan with his numbers. I want to get as many as I can to be deceived because, look, I like it here on this earth. I like subscribers and likes and people praising me. What did he say? Build up your treasures for the heaven that won't rust and no man can rob or take from you. These Negroes on these other platforms and these Facebook, all these places, they could give a rat's behind about what he said. Ain't nobody building up no treasures nowhere because they so busy trying to trap treasures here on earth for me. And I love the way the Father said, hey, Deborah, this need be, baby. This need be. Let it go. He knows that Sister Deborah is flesh and blood. But I have gotten my flesh under the subjection to the Spirit of the Most High or higher that lives in me. And now I'm not 100% caught up in Satan's ways here and there. Sin, yes, but not to the level of where I'm serving Satan. Because I am branded for his name's sake. So that's how we got down here. And that's how we that are branded for his name's sake shall return. It was him creating the earth. He didn't have to. He didn't have to create the earth. But if he didn't create the earth, then he was going to destroy everything in the heavens outside of those that did not have that same spiritual mind, a spiritual heart to follow the ways of Satan. So he took a large piece, and that large piece has hit the earth. So what am I saying? The Father says, finish. If you think for 1 minute, I created heavens and earth, and everything therein was before it was. Do you think for 1 minute I'm going to come down in the year of 2023 and play with y'all? What do I look like to have orchestrated in the heavens, the beginning and to the end and everything in between, to come back at the end and make it right? And at the end, and tighten up things. To plead with people, beg people, tell them how they should do this, do this. No, Deborah, you tell them. I said, it is finished. Why? Because it was finished before it started in him. We're the one walking it out to the finish line. But in him, it's finished because it was finished before it was. It was finished before it is. It was finished before it shall end. It was finished in him. Heavens and earth was already orchestrated. The Lamb Book of Life was already written. And the book for the lake of fire, guess what, y'all? It's real. You know why it's got to be real? The majority is going there. So it got to be real. It got to be, if nothing ain't real, that got to be real. Because that's why you see what you see in the world today. And the sad thing about it is this. This is what I'm learning. I'm still learning, you guys. And I thank the Father for allowing me to continue to learn and always have a spiritual heart and a spiritual mind, a spiritual eye and a spiritual ear to hear, to learn. I hear to learn. Why? Because I'm not a dead prophet. I'm a living one. And being so I'm a living prophet, I'm still in the race. It ain't over with me as it is with Yah. He done seen the end to the beginning to the end and the end to the beginning. Let me show y'all something. I am so sick of these people who in pastors, bishops, prophet, prophetess, apostle, Maureen, seers, watchmen. They all so caught up in stupid. Only thing, I'm going to be honest with you. And I have said this to the Father. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to go and say it, and I ain't no shame in it. I don't see nobody doing what they supposed to be doing in this midnight hour outside of Satan. You know why? He said, I only got a little time. I might as well cut up from the floor up. He's the only one that's doing everything, making your Father in heaven's word be fulfilled. And we running around here. We got a choice. It was my choice. He gave us a choice. Where was your choice when he created all things in the heavens and earth before the foundation of the world? Where was your choice? Where did you play a role in it? And what choice did you have? That makes you look real stupid. You ain't had no choice. You got a choice to be foolish. You got to use that bathroom, you got a choice to go in there and use it, or you use it on yourself. But when it comes down to my Father's power of his will, you ain't got a choice in nothing. Stand down. And this is how messed up people are from the floor. You don't know nothing about them. And don't care to know nothing about them because we in that last hour running up on the minutes. And everybody dancing to the beat of Satan 100 times 100. And don't have a care in the world that they ain't walking nothing in spirit and truth. They ain't even, I heard a man talk about today about what happened to the body of Christ. And I'm like saying to myself, where did he come up with that? The body of Christ. I ain't heard that in all my days. I know I spoke of it the other day. The body of Christ. That's something to think about, y'all. Because Hamashiach, which is Christ, is the head. Where is his body? Hamashiach, what did you do with your body? Where's your body at? Hey, wait a minute. Hold up. Hold up, Father Yah. Hold up now. You made a body of Hamashiach. Where's the body? You see? That's why he says finished. It's over, Deborah. It don't matter. The body is all over the place. The toe is where the shoulder is. The hand is where the thigh is. The arm is where the leg is. And the leg is where the thigh is. Everything is out of order. And it don't have no spiritual guidance. Even though the head is Christ. He's at a standstill. Just watching it go to and fro. The power is just watching it, beholding everything. You know why I know he beholding it? Because Sister Deborah has kind of went backwards into my young years where I be tossing and turning, seeing all the things that's going on in the world and trying to figure out, not trying to figure out, but trying to work it out of where I'm going to get some peace in this, how I'm going to be able to do this and do this, and I'm going to be able to do this and do this, and all this doing and doing this is escaping all this wicked and evil. I mean, this is the flesh, y'all, because it's that deep. These people are so ignorant. Ain't nobody preparing for nothing in their spirit regarding the Most High or higher. But Satan is. Satan is. Stop thinking that the beast and the Antichrist and the false prophet and all this homosexual mess out here in this world and Satan and demons and murderers and all of that is in control of my Father. Yeshua will tell y'all need to stand down and stop clowning. Can't nobody rule that right hand of the Father. everything is still going according to his will. The beast can't do nothing but lie down by the throne of the Father. The Antichrist can't do nothing but lie down, because they can't sit up while he's present before the throne of the Most High. Satan can't do nothing, and Satan ain't out there trying to do nothing. Satan just doing what he was created to do, so he can get his ticket and go on, clock it in to the lake of fire. And many of them falling right behind. And everybody talking about, oh, they doing this, they doing this, oh, they doing this, they doing this, oh, they doing this to us, they did this. They've been poisoning your tail since the beginning of time. Heathens and Gentiles been slaves since the beginning of time. They just too darn ignorant to know it, because they were so busy putting others in captivity to their ways, so that they can look like they're got it going on. So now they're going to see it. The curtains has been opened. Now they're going to feel what it felt like. And they're entitled to feel it the way it felt, because guess what, you guys? A lot of them, and not just heathens and Gentiles, but the house of Israel is going to lose their eternal life. Now, I ain't going to say they going to lose it. They done lost it already, heaven said. That's what he said. He said, Deborah, no, you know they done lost it already. I said, yeah, I know that, but I try to make it sound a little bit decent. It's already over. It's finished. That's why people clowning. You think all this murdering and all this stuff that's out here and all this wicked and this darkness and this evil, this voodoo. Africa is loaded with voodoo and witchcraft. Only reason why they bringing all those people over to this country, because this is going to be the cage where every country is going to bring all the demons and demonic ones to. And this is going to be the cage that's going to hold the unclean birds. Because that's why they bring it up. Ukraine, those people from Africa, y'all don't even understand. Them people be voodooing and witchcrafting, sorcery and all that mess. They're going to bring them to this land. Why? Deborah, tell the people why they open up the borders and why they're letting these people in. Because that's the agreement. The agreement is this is going to be the land. They already know. Satan already know Babylon is coming down, which is a system. But we got to, in this system, we got to do something very special. We got to make sure every country that wants to lower their population, we got to open the borders in that location, which we know is going to fall. Because we setting up the fall ourselves, this country, and those who are born here. They setting up this country to fall. And because they setting it up to fall, guess what? They got to bring other countries, people over here so they can eliminate some of their population. That's why this country is going to be the cage of all kind of birds in Revelation 18. Unclean devil birds. It's already was that without anybody coming. But when you bring in different Ukraine, and then this country is feeding, clothing, giving them free mortgage, free rent, free food, free cash, and then turn around, got all the people in homeless. You know what? I'm telling you what the Spirit spoke to me today about. He say, Deborah, I'm going to show you where a lot of things really, really went wrong. I said, okay. I said, what? I kind of know what it is. He said, no. I want to show you the deepness of it. He said, do you know that I created animals and dogs and cats? They weren't supposed to be in your house, Deborah. These are beasts. Dogs are blood lickers. I was showing my son how to do his taxes, and his fiance say, Miss Brown, can we claim, would they let us claim our pets? And I said, oh no, but it's in the court. They are trying to do that, child. I don't know if y'all know that. they're trying to do that. They're even trying to get it in the courts where you can marry your pets. So the father was telling me, when you start seeing these people trying to make these pets like humans, that's when that's when the biggest amount of spirits that hit the earth. Because a lot of people don't know. Long time ago, I was confused at first, but I caught on to it. I was confused because I was working at this laundromat / dry cleaning. These people was bringing all these beautiful quilts and all. My cat did something, or my dog. What's your cat and your dog doing up in your bed like that? You know what I'm saying? I'm saying to myself, these humans, I'm going to show y'all something. They are messing with these animals, and they always have. That's what the father was saying. He said, that's why my son's fiance said, can we claim pets on our taxes? And I told her, no, not yet. But they got it in court, trying to bring up that issue. She said, because it costs so much to take care of. And that's because you're selling yourself over to Satan. We have made the beast more important than human. We are feeding animals, got health care, all kind of medical care. We're feeding them good food. They're getting good housing. And you got all them people out on the corner, homeless. But you got the animals in the house, and the people on the outside don't have a house. This is what he was showing me. This is where you know. And he said, this didn't start today, Deborah. They've been grooming these animals for sexual purpose. I said, oh, Father, yeah. Oh, Father, yeah. He said, yes. He said, you think I tackled that in the Old Testament? In Leviticus for nothing? I tackled it then more than once. I said I had that to be there so that people know that in the beginning, these men been messing with animals. Men. And I got to say that. I have to say that. Because that's how it is written. Them. You see? So he said that you always complain because your dog barks and they dogs don't. They dogs walk side by side and they get all, and they really do. They get pleasure over being able to tame these animals to be as close as human beings. It's a reason for that. These people are not loving on these animals, y'all, because they love animals. You think these people investing all this money in these animals because they love animals? Be real. They fighting for animal rights. And here it is, Negroes ain't got no rights. Come on now. And you know what I did, y'all? I know y'all gonna say I'm crazy. I don't care. You can say I'm crazy. 10 years ago, I went before the Father. I said, okay. I was crying. I went before his throne. About 10 years, maybe a little longer than 10 years. I said, Father, it hurts me so bad. Father, yeah, it hurts me so bad that animals live better than I do. Did you not see me to be worth more than the animals, Father? Am I not worth more than the beasts that you created to be blood lickers? Am I not worth? I was crying because I was confused. And at that time, he was just showing me the level of how evil and wicked they turn everything he has made this right, they'll turn it left. Everything Yah has created, he wanted me to see. They have turned it the opposite way of what is right. And that is so true. And it wasn't that it was because this is the way they like it. It was because wicked and evil was getting back at the Creator's right way of creating things. And showing the Father that we have gotten enough to do it the opposite way of the way that you have created it. See us now. Look at what we have done to the world. We have caused the whole world. You remember Job? Job and Satan was wanting to prove to Yah that he can get Job to curse him. Satan wanted to prove to Yah that he can get Job to turn away from Yah, against Yah. That's all Satan wanted to do. Satan didn't want Job. He just wanted to. Satan even knew he couldn't even get Job. Satan knew that. But if I get him to turn against the ways of Yah, if I can get him to turn his back away from the face of Yah, that's all Satan wants, because he knows that Yah's is already in his hand. What he said, no man can pluck him out of my hand. What hand is that? What hand is that, Father Yah? What hand is that? That's that right hand. That's homoousia. That power. No man can pluck them. If they try, they can't pluck them out of my hand. Praise the mighty Yah. So heaven and earth was created before the foundation of the world. And the reason why it is for those that are branded, it is for them to rejoice and praise Yah in these last evil, wicked, demonic time period. Because he has truly marked you from the inside out. How from the inside? He's branded you with belief, faith, fear, and righteous. That's from the inside. That's the spirit. But what did he do from the outside? He told them in Revelation, mark mines in their forehead. Why? So the earth knows. You better not come close to this. You want an earthquake? You better earthquake around this one that's branded. You want to have a tsunami? You better take whatever you're going around. You better go around this one that's branded. Oh, yes, that's what he's talking about. Because you're here on the earth. And he's telling them angels, mark them in the forehead, in the flesh. I already got them in the spirit. But mark them in their forehead. You see? So the beauty of it all is we have really disrespect to the utmost the Creator with all that right hand power. How dare we look at him as if he don't have it in control? How dare we look at him like he don't have the grace and mercy to carry us through any and everything? How dare we assume that it got to go the way we say it got to go? Oh, I was going to share something else with you all. And the only reason why I'm sharing this because I was in the water before I came on live and I was washing my face. And it dawned on me about, I always tell y'all about the power and the power of the right hand and having the power. Where's your power? Where's your power? I need to be saying that, don't I? I need to be saying, where's your power? I want to share with you all, there was times when I was young and I had to been, it had to been like I was 16, 17, and 18, around about up until child was 30. Let me see. Had to been up until I was like 35. I used to come out of my body. I used to can come out of my body and go into the sky and move about. I would go out the window. I could go through the walls. I could go out through the window. I remember one time I went into the park where they was flying kites, and I said, they can't even see me. They flying all these kites, but they can't see me. And I mentioned that to say this. That power is real that Yah gives us. But we can't abuse it and misuse it. A lot of us wouldn't abuse it because greater is he that is in us than he that is in the world. Where is that power? You see? So it's going to taint us anyway. But yeah, when I was like, it had to be 16, 17, 18, all the way up until like I was like 35. Because when I was 35, I remember they was having the Easter egg hunt and all of them was outside. And I was in, was it the kitchen, I think? And I said, I wonder if I could come out of my body like I used to. And it was just a strong thing about it. And I floated straight out the body and was looking at all them in the Easter egg hunt. And I said, oh, look at them. They can't even see me. I said, they can't even see me. And I see them. They can't even see me. I used to be able to come out of my body. I used to be able to do those things. I used to be able to do a lot of things. I used to say, when I would go to the store, Mama would send me to the store. And I used to, Mama didn't give me no money to get any candy, any chips or nothing. I used to say, Father, if I would love to find me some money, would you let me find me some money? And did you all know? Praise the mighty Yah. He always had me lump change sitting right there. It's not a time in my life as a child that I did not say that. And he always had. When I went to high school, I did when I was a freshman. I had $20. One time I had $23. One time I had two 20s. I'm telling y'all, let me tell y'all, I remember it. I speak it to him. And he bring it forth. This is the reason why I cannot deny who he is. I cannot sit and tell you it's about what the world is doing and how they doing it and giving them the glory and them the praise. I can't. I know where the praise is due, and I know who it should be given unto 100 times 100%. So I say unto you that I could have broke down even more of what took place before the foundation of the world, the mystery. But I think I gave enough for that one that hear it, that are always curious as I was of how this thing came to play. When you are in him and he is definitely in you, these are the things he said he would teach you, all things. And me as a young person, I thirst from the spirit in to know truth. And because of that, I believe that not because I thirst to know it, I think he wanted me to know. All that he has invested in me is because what he wanted for me. So I, Sister Deborah, hope that each and every last one of you all have received something out of that. And from now on, when you pick up the Bible, you go the book, you're going to start to see some of those signs of what took place before the foundation of the world. And that, let me tell you what that does. It sets you free in a way that makes you free indeed, because it keeps you from having to be in bondage. It keeps you from being in bondage to the words and the flesh and the understanding of man's flesh and the wisdom of man's wisdom in his flesh and the knowledge of man's knowledge in his flesh and the teaching of the flesh of man. You see, it'll teach you that it ain't got nothing to do with your head wrapped. It ain't got nothing to do with your clothes hanging on the floor. Because if I got my head wrapped or not, if I didn't have no clothes, guess what? Guess what? If I was naked, guess what? Guess what? It don't have nothing to do with it. Well, why you say that, Deborah? Naked? Now, come on. That shows you the sick minds we have. Because I asked the question. Sister Deborah asked the question. Why did you put them in that garden naked, Father? So you'll know. I never created anything to lust out. I never created anything that man shall lust at from the outside. How you like them now? When he created it, it was perfect. To the point where he put them in there naked. And then announced it. And they were naked. What does that tell you? The Father never was caught up in all this lust. All this abomination. Look how they gotten down to the point of animals and children and babies bothering these girls. Bothering these elderly women. Bothering these babies. Sexual desire. addiction, porno, polygamy, all that wrapped into the same thing because it only served the flesh. Y'all would never create anything and make it righteous in the flesh. Ooh, Father, where you coming with that one? Ooh-wee! He would never create anything in the flesh to be seen as righteous. You're righteous from the Spirit. Understand that. So, that goes back to say, all this tradition, they're trying to lock people in. Let them have it, Deborah. It need be. It need be. I kicked Satan out. Not kicked him, but I placed him out and placed him in the place called the garden. I placed him. So, all those that walks and so caught up in the flesh and doing it the flesh way. Look at how people how these pastors and these bishops and all of them getting caught up in all this politics, this government. Knowing all this has been prophesied. Ain't nobody talking about it as if, look, y'all is doing this. Oh, no. No, they don't even want to go wrestle with revelation. They ain't even trying to wrestle with revelation. They sitting here worried about the beast, the false prophet. And the beast and the false prophet sitting here saying, look at them fools. We already got our ticket to the lake of hell. We sitting here making fools out of them. Just so they won't follow the Most High or higher. Ain't no war, y'all. Y'all ain't trying to defeat nothing. He already won. He won before it started. He won in the heavens. Y'all didn't know that, did you? No, you don't know it because you don't know it. It was won in the heavens before it was even on the earth. The battle in which you see him fighting, guess what? If you had any sense, you'll read it. He already done got the victory. So you say, well, wait a minute, hold up. You done defeated them, and you said you done defeated them there, but when did you do that? In the heaven. In the heaven. That's why people don't want to give him the glory and the honor and the praise. Because they want to deny him and his power. And then he said, Deborah, look, stay in your lane. It's okay. Run, sister. Run. I just thank him for even creating a lane for me to run in. I give him all praise and glory and honor. So I, Sister Deborah, hope that you got something out of it, and I will be back. And I say unto you, shalom and shalom.